Springtime is quite literally my favorite time of year up here. Sitting on my front porch on a spring morning, drinking coffee, enjoying the green around me. The yard I've put so much work into the past few years. Growing up, one of my favorite places to be was at the library or at a bookstore. Just being around books. There was a time in my life when all I wanted was to look forward to retirement when I could own my own bookstore and have my own bookstore cat. I loved going into all the little old used bookstores, antique bookshops. I loved going there. But I really loved going to our local new bookseller, which was called A Clean, Well-Lighted Place for Books. These small bookstores that had great selections, and they just smelled wonderful. I mean, the smell of a brand new book was just a wonderful thing. And I think that must have come from when I was a little girl and my mom enrolled me in the Scholastic book program so that I could have all these books delivered to the house for me to read. And I got a ton of these horse stories, because that's all I liked to read when I was little, was horse stories. So I had tons of those, and I ended up donating them just a few years ago to a ranch where little girls could come and be around horses. Anyway, today's puzzle is about a bookstore, and it's called A Day at the Bookstore. It's a 1,000-piece Gallison, and it's got this nice little artsy image here, and it's like cutouts on the inside of a bookstore. You look, you see that it's like they broke through the brick walls. There's no windows, they just broke through the brick walls so you could see what's inside this bookstore. So let's get this one up on the table and get it open and we'll see what it looks like. The other place I mentioned I love to go is the library, and that is where I got this puzzle. This is another unverified puzzle that I got from the library. So hopefully there's no missing pieces. I've had this with Gallison before, as they give you these little posters that are actually a little bit smaller than the box. So there's no real advantage to staring at the poster as opposed to staring at the box. Now, I notice this was put away with a lot of pieces still stuck together. And I've had Gallison puzzles in the past where, like this one, they're not cut all the way through. And if you try to pull them apart, you'll end up tearing the puzzle. So I don't know how many of these that are stuck together are like that, or how many were just, they didn't come apart. Gallison quality is, in my opinion, pretty similar to the Dollar Tree puzzles. They're kind of thin pieces, and they have a very sharp edge feel to them. You know, it really feels like you could easily get a paper cut off of one of these. But I do like their images, just like I like the images for most of the Dollar Tree puzzles. And I do like how well they stick together. So this should be a fun puzzle to work on because of the image. And hopefully it will stick together very nicely. Okay, let's go ahead and dump this out and Michael Storings is the illustrator. He did this painting here of the bookstore. Now, okay, so there's more pieces all stuck together. When I go through and sort everything, the chances are good I'm not going to do a whole heck of a lot of sorting. I will probably sort out these red awnings and the trees and the brickwork, and the rest I'll probably just put in as I see it. See all this nice little brickwork here. The individual pictures within each, and the people down here on the street, I'll probably just leave those in a pile and pull them out one at a time. Just work on the more obvious things. Okay, so I'm going to get started sorting. So we'll get into the time lapse here. I did exactly what I said I would do. These are the trees. These are all the bricks over here. This is the red awnings. These are the edge pieces, and that's everything else. So I'm going to start, I think I'm going to probably do the edges first because it's a pretty straightforward picture. Now, I can't really see the edges exactly on here, but it's on the poster. I don't think I need to worry about that too much. Anyway, I'm going to start doing that, and then I will probably do these awnings first, and then maybe the trees, and then I don't know what I'll do next. I might just go outside and enjoy this lovely spring day. Well, as you see, I changed my mind and decided to start with the brick. And the reason I did that is because these pieces are very shiny. So they're picking up a lot of glare, which means once I push the top of the puzzle up there, I won't be able to see anything. It'll all be too much glare. Even with the natural light coming in from the window, any added light, which I do need added light, is just going to cause a lot of glare. So I need to pull the top down and work as close to the top as I can for right now. So I'm going to be sticking the bricks in, probably as much as I can get in of all of this brick, which is the whole top half of the puzzle. And then I will probably be going through these to find these little pictures here. And then I will do the bottom last. So, and the other thing I've got going here is that there's only basically one shape, which is 2 in, 2 out, but they tend to orient a little differently depending on which way they go. So that almost looks like it goes together. So the ones that look slightly longer than these, you know, this one looks like a long one, and then this one looks like a tall one. These orient themselves horizontally, and these orient themselves vertically. So I just decided to separate them all by shape. And that should make it go a little bit faster. Going kind of slow, and I really did want to get outside and enjoy the day before it gets dark. Besides, I have a new friend I want to spend some time with, so I'm going to go spend time with my new friend, and I'll get back to the puzzle later. This puzzle is literally not kicking my butt. However, it is literally taking many hours. Let's get back to it. It's such a lovely spring afternoon. I just love spring up here. I need to get a little bit of work done in the garden, just watering today. But let's have a look. Lovely lavender, looking good. These irises haven't bloomed for a couple of years. I'm hoping to get one this year. These are late blooming irises. Another lavender, and all of my early blooming irises, which are all done now. Oh, I just love the smell of sage. It's my little Douglas fir. There's a Christmas tree a couple of years ago. There's more lavender. And my rosemary, which is pretty much done blooming now. And look at the pyracantha blooming this year. Ooh, it's got a lot of blooms on it. And that always means lots of bees. The bees are very much attracted to the pyracantha blooms. Plus there's these little teeny weeny itty bitty little flies. I'm not sure what these are. They're extremely tiny though. And of course the Santa Barbara daisies. These mums, which will start blooming in about 2 months. Should see them start blooming. My African daisies, my alliums, which are just getting ready to bloom. I don't know why they bloom very late here. And then of course, my lovely rose bush that came with me from my old home. And it's just looking so lovely this year. My lilacs are done for the year. My butterfly bush will bloom pretty soon. It hasn't quite started yet, but it's gonna start blooming soon. And then I have a star jasmine, which is getting ready to bloom and looking pretty good this year. Oh, it's about 4 years old, so it's just now really getting some good growth on it. All right, today is day 3, and I have got most of the top done finally. So I can start working on the rest of it down here after I turn my lights on. Now, if this looks dark, I don't know if this is gonna look dark or not. I'm experimenting with ways to make it not look washed out. My editing software tends to make all of the real-time footage very washed out, very overexposed looking, and then it goes back to the way it should look when I go to time lapse. And that's been very annoying for me. So I'm just trying something to see if I can make it look less washed out. If it looks too dark right now, that's why. Anyway, I'm gonna get started. Today is a very warm day outside, so it won't be until later this evening that I could go outside and do any work. So I think I can get this puzzle probably finished. Last few pieces to put in here, and I tell you that the brick was really the hardest part. The rest of this has not been all that difficult. I had really no issues with the rest of it. It's been a fun puzzle, really. But like I said, literally, puzzles like this are fun for me. Okay, I don't know where this one goes. There it goes. So I enjoyed this puzzle a lot, even though the brick part was kind of tricky. Let's see, where does this go? This is going to go down here. And that goes there. And this goes here. Goes there. Here. And there. And there are no missing pieces. So my unverified puzzle streak will literally continue. Well, I literally enjoyed that puzzle so much. Oh goodness. My hair has just gotten so long. It's literally annoying me. It gets so long, it gets in my face and it gets in my mouth, especially when I'm out doing yard work. Hang on, I gotta do something about this. I'll be right back. There, that feels much better. Anyway, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. Hi, Butter. I think I have a hungry kitty. He's literally yelling at me. Until the next one, I hope you literally enjoy your life.
Using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.